So good afternoon, everyone. Please, can everyone confirm that they can hear me in the chat box?
Good afternoon. I can hear you, but you are a bit low. Do you want to be more audible?
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you hear me louder now?
yes, can hear you louder.
Okay.
Sorry, while we are just all of
So
us on this, sorry, just all of us on this call for now. There's this slide that talks about LSETF
okay, so we are
cover.
already live. We're already
Okay.
live.
Fine.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Abayami, for confirming. I'll be launching a poll on your screen while we wait for others to join. So please, we need your feedback. Your feedback is very important to us. Please kindly fill the poll that's been displayed on your screen. And please, if you cannot see the poll, please kindly let me know so that we can work on sharing the link with you in the chat box. But a poll has been launched on your screen. We would like to get your feedback. We'll be starting the session by 12:10. This is to allow more people join the session. So please bear with us while we wait for people to join. But would also like for you to please fill the poll that has been launched on your screen. Thank you. So I can see that some people have said that they cannot that they can't see the poll. So for that reason, I've dropped the link to the poll in the chat box. Please kindly click on the link to fill the poll. We'll be starting the session shortly. Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's session. My name is Omotayo Akiomi. I'm the Business and Project Support Officer here at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. And today we'll be taking you through everything that has to do with the business support unit and how it concerns how you can get access to everything that has to do with the LSETF programs. And I have with me the head of our unit, Mr. Ayobami Okonla, and he'll be taking us through everything BPS, everything BPS being the GPS to everything loans and programs at LSCTF. So, Mr. Ayabami, please, you can go ahead and take over the session. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I believe everyone can hear my voice. So it's actually mandatory that I have my video on, right?
Pardon? Can you say that again?
I think it's actually mandatory that I have my video on. Am I correct?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, thank you so much, Tayo. Thank you. Thank you for leading and starting this early. I want to thank everyone who has taken out time to attend. My name is Peter Ibami Okonla. Yes, I prefer Ibami more than anything else. It's my pleasure to be your guide today. I want to confirm, can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? You can just confirm by thumbs up or something. That gives me, makes me understand that you're seeing my screen. Okay, you can also drop a comment on the chat just so that I can know that my screen is visible to everyone. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thomas Sumaka, your hand is raised. Does that mean that you're seeing my screen? Okay. All right. Thank you, Tayo, once more. My name is Ayobami. I'm just going to take the next 5 minutes to speak about the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund in first, before I now speak about the business and project support unit, which I have myself and Tayo are trying to do an amazing job as much as we can. So I'm going to start LSETF, and don't bother thinking I'm going to read through the screen. No, I'm not. I'm just going to be showing and speaking along the lines of what you have um, on the screen. I mean, the slide that you can see. The Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, it's 10 years this year. I hope somebody's going to clap, like a clapping emoji somewhere. We're going to be 10 years this year, and the fund was actually created for the purpose of providing job and wealth creation for Lagos residents. Simply, if you are looking for that agency of government that help to improve the opportunities for job creation and wealth creation in Lagos, it is domicile. So our work is to provide financial support for Lagos residents so that you can create more jobs or you can create more wealth. Now, the understanding is that nano, micro, small, and medium enterprise are actually the foundation for job creation in Lagos and Nigeria in extension. So we believe at LSETF that we provide the right support to business owners. They can improve their businesses, and if their business can improve and profit margin can increase, they are able to employ more people. That is the rationale for focusing most of our support around business owners, nano, micro, small, and medium enterprise. Now, we do this across 5 different interventions, right? Like I said, I'm not going to be looking at the screen essentially to tell you everything. One is the access to finance, which is one of the main reasons why a lot of you are on this call today, access to finance. And just by the way, at the end of this session, we hope that many of you who have businesses will want to approach the Lagos Employment Trust Fund to access our single digit loans, 9% per annum. Is 9%. It's the best in the whole of Africa. And just to say that those that could not join Zoom, we are also live streaming this on YouTube. So you can watch it live on YouTube so you can have the right information you need to access our loans. Now, like I said, one of our first intervention is our access to finance. It's a major intervention. We provide access to finance, that's loans for business owners. And we have about 3 different categories of loan. I'm not going to go into them details now because there is still a slide where I'll be speaking on that. I just want to give you an overview of what the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund stands for. Please, if you have questions or you cannot hear me at any point in time, please drop them in the chat. Tayo, please help me to pay attention to the chat so that if anybody has any difficulty hearing me or grabbing what I'm saying, please help me to take note of that. So I was saying that our first intervention is our access to finance. And so we give out loans from 50,000 naira to 5 million naira. And they are in 3 categories. The first category is 50,000 to 250,000. The second category is 50,000 to 500,000. And majorly that is what we call micro enterprise or micro enterprise support essentially. And you do not need to have a business registration. But we have also from 501 to 5 million. And that is for businesses that are registered, that who have the CAC, that's Corporate Affairs Commission certificate. That is a business name or a limited liability. We have also what we call our employability, our access to job creation. So we have employability is where we look for young people or even graduates who do not have a job, but we give them skills. There are some in-demand skills that we have identified from our strategy and our research to say these skills are in demand. And so we go, we pick up these people, you apply to a process, you're trained, and when you're trained, you're matched with an employer who needs your skill. That's what we do at the employability unit. Then we have also the third thing is our innovation, our tech ecosystem, access to the tech ecosystem. So there are people in tech who need the support of government. And this support can range from grants to funding to opportunity to even have a space. And one of our most popular intervention here is our workspace voucher, where you can apply as somebody who is working in the tech to go use the space of an established or a partner of LSETF. LSETF sponsors you to use this space. So you're not looking for where to plug your laptop, where to incubate, where to develop your ideas. You can apply for that voucher. And if you qualify for the voucher, you will go to use that space for your work, for your tech development, for the tech product you're trying to develop, or whatever work or opportunities you're trying to create for in the tech ecosystem, or you're trying to create a new idea or a new product in the tech ecosystem. You could go and use that space sometimes for a month or 2 months or 3 months, and you're not thinking about your space. How am I going to get a space? How am I going to get my light? All of that is taken care of by the voucher. And then we have access to the to infrastructure. We have access to infrastructure, and that is where opportunities come in for people who have skills like fashion designers, people who are in beauty and the creative sector, who may have the skill but may also not have the do not have the requisite capital to rent their own shop or to buy their own equipment. So we give you opportunity, you can apply. That is what happens. One of the things that BPS does, you can apply for a voucher. We have a hub in Sabo, we have a beauty hub also in Abudegba. You can apply and then we can use this hub. You can be a fashion designer, you can use that hub for your fashion designing, get patronage from your customers, pick up this clothing and take them directly to these hubs, and you are able um, to get your profit. After a while, you can make some savings, and you save. You have enough money you've saved. You can buy your own equipment and then buy your own space. What we're saying is that you don't have to start thinking in your head, how am I going to um, how am I going to survive? I have the skill, but I don't have the capital. I don't have the capital for a space. I don't have the capital for a machine to get my work done. You can apply through our access to infrastructure. Like I said, that's one of the things that BPS does as well. And then we also have our legal skills as well. We have legal skills where essentially when we have where there are opportunities for we have major outbreak of um, unplanned natural occurrence, or like you have COVID-19, for example. Lagos Cares essentially take care of that, and you're able to apply for a grant, and you could pick up your business after that. So basically, that's what we do at LSETF, and we've been doing this for the past 10 years, supporting nano, micro, small, and medium enterprise to build up their business. Last year alone, we were able to create about 60,000 jobs. And I know, I think we disbursed over 3,000 loans in MEMES, and also we disbursed about 1,000 loans for SME. This accumulates to the 60,000 jobs that we have created. And that is what we do at LSETF. Through these opportunities, we're looking at to reach out to people who need to enjoy the intervention. Now, for today, I'm going to be focusing on the loans. A lot of people come to us and they say, oh, I applied for the CTF loans, I didn't get the loans. Some people are not even aware that that these loans are available. Some are not aware. I'm just going to go down here so you can see what our loans look like. Like I said before, please don't forget, drop comments, drop comments on the chat, drop comments, questions as I'm speaking. My colleague Tayo will help us to pick them up, and we can interact together. You can also use the emojis, right? Let me know how you're feeling about what I'm saying. Use the emojis, use your clap emojis, use your love emojis, so that I can have the feeling that people are listening to me. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can also drop your comments as well and be asking questions while I move along. So our loans, like I said, I want to talk more about our loans today, because our loan is a flagship program. And like I said, it's 9% per annum. Now, no matter how much you learned, no matter how much the Lagos State government lends you, I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Governor and to the board of LSETF as well as to our ESCO. These loans are being pushed out so that more business owners can continue to thrive. Our desire is that you thrive. You are at the level today in business. We expect that when you come for our intervention, whether you receive our loans or you go to use our hubs or the tech ecosystem, your business can move from one level to the other, and you are able to create more jobs as well. So, and even employability, you are also able to get a job if you get a skill. But like I said, I'm focusing on the loans. Now, for today, for this period, it's 50,000 naira to 5 million, and it's at 9% per annum. Let me put it in perspective. Let's imagine you get 100,000 naira loan from Lagos Employment Trust Fund. You're paying 9,000 naira on the loan, and you are able to pay for 1 year. You are able to pay for 1 year. So it means that if you get a 100,000 naira loan, you're paying 9,000 naira interest on it, and then you can divide this 109,000 by 12, and you pay in 1 year. And there are people who say, well, I can pay in less than 1 year. That's also nice. That's good. It's not a bad. It's not a bad thing for you to pay before 1 year. But we have made it 1 year so that it's easier. It's easy for you to pay back. You're not using a chunk of your profit to pay back the loans. You are keeping, and that's one of the things I'm going to be speaking about also in BPS. You're keeping some money for your running costs. You're picking some money for repaying of the loan, and you're keeping some money as well to improve the business. We expect that you're able to employ more people when you get the loan. So we have said that you keep some money aside for the staff you're going to employ. You're going to keep some money aside the for improving your business, keeping some money aside for improving the business as well, and maybe for market expansion. You might want to expand your market essentially. So it's 9% per annum. And like I said, the first is a micro enterprise startup. That is 50,000 to 250,000. Now, I'm going to tell you all the things that you need for these loans, and some of them are even right in front of you. Okay, I think this is just talking about the audience, right? So nano loans, 50,000 to 250,000, you get the loan and you can pay for 1 year. And then we have 50,000 to 500,000. Now, this is micro enterprise. These are business people who are already in business. They are higher than those people who are in micro enterprise startup. The higher, those are our audience, small businesses in Lagos State who are, who are coming up, who already have an existing shop, they are selling, they are making some turnover, but they need additional money to improve, either to improve their stock, either to expand their market. Generally, basically, most times to improve their stock. And if they're able to improve their stock without intervention, it means that they're paying, whatever they get as profit, they're paying 9%, and they can spread that payment over a year's period. And then we have the SME loan. The SME loan is for registered and established mid-sized businesses from 500,000 to 5 million naira. Right? I said I'm going to speak about the criteria for each of these loans. I think even if I go to the next slide. Oh, yes. Beautiful. So you can see, if you look at this screen, you can see everything you need. Everything you need. Please, is 9% per annum. This slide needs to be updated. It's 9% per annum. Now, what are the things that you need, essentially? You're going to need LRS ID, your tax ID. You will need that. You need your last one. Your tax ID is generated by Lagos State Internal Revenue Service. It's very easy to generate your tax ID. Right here on the call, Tayo, you can help me to drop the link for LRS e-tax registration. You can please, I appreciate if you can help me to drop that on the link. You can actually by yourself register for your tax ID without any support from anyone. But BPS, we're always here to support you. Last one is the one where you might need. Try to confirm that you can hear me, and most of these things I'm saying you drop on the chat. You're dropping them. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Please don't forget to fill the link for the poll. Please don't forget to fill the link for the poll. It's very important that you fill the poll. That helps us to know what other help we can render for you. Right? So I said LRS is very important. You have to have LRS. Last one is the official residency identification for Lagos. You will need to have that. It's important that you also have like a government ID, like NIN, like your NIN, like your what's it called now? Like either your driver's license if you have one, or even voter's card. Now, do you need your bank statement? Yes, I think, like I said, this slide needs to be updated. For the nano loans, that's 50 to 2, you don't need your bank statement. For the 50,000 naira to 250,000, you don't need your bank statement. You do not need that. All you need is just have all these site information. You will need a guarantor. you need a guarantor. The guarantor just stands as a de-risking method to say there's somebody we can reach out to when we are not able to reach you, right? And normally we do KYC for those people who have their business already. We like to know where your shop is. We like to be sure that your shop is running and up and running. So all of these are, like I said, it's 12 months for the loans. It's 9%. Please, we're going to adjust this slide. It's 9% per annum. You need a guarantor. You need a guarantor. Now, for 50,000 to 500,000, you would need, like I said, you need a guarantor. You will need an account statement at least 6 months. Now, we don't usually accept, well, I think we accept all statements. Just make sure that your statement is up to date for 6 months. What we need that for is to understand your financial information. How are you keeping? That's why we always say one of the reasons why people don't get what they want is that you mix up your personal money and business monies together. And we have a very strong risk team here. And that's one of the reasons why our repayment rate is over 96%, because we actually give the loans to the people who really need it and who can pay back. Because when you pay back, what it means is that we are able to give more people. We have about 10 million business owners in Lagos, and we do not have money to cover the entire 10 million people. But if we have people who come in and pay up over a period of time, we can cover as many people as possible. So we always want to make sure that we give these loans get to people who really need it and people whose businesses are able to pay for these loans. So you need a guarantor, and it's for 12 months, like I said. You need your statement. Your statement is very important. Account statement is very important. When you're coming to take the loans, you will be required to come with like a, because it's auto debit. So we need your ATM card. Now, the ATM card that we usually prefer is a commercial bank ATM. Now, what we're trying to do with that is also to make it easier for you to repay. We do not want you to go into debt. We don't want you to decline. We want to help you as much as possible that you get the loan and you're able to pay. So one of the methods is that you bring your ATM, and then we put this ATM is inserted into the bank account. And when it's time to pay, you don't have to disturb you, you don't have to call you. It's just auto debited directly from your account. I advise that you use a commercial bank like Eco Bank, like Union Bank, um, like Zenith Bank, like Ford Bank, all of the commercial banks. Most times, the other fintechs may have challenges. So we advise that the ATM that you use should be the ATM that comes in from that comes in from our that comes in from commercial banks, essentially. Then for SME loans, it's 501,000 to 5 million. That's for SME loans. And you will need to have a business registration for that to happen. You will have to register the CAC, either a sole proprietorship as a business name or even a limited liability company. More important for us that it has to be registered. Your business should have at least work for a year. A year, the minimum is a year, but we prefer that at least more than a year will make it say that, oh, your business is sustainable and is working. Because it's also good that when these loans come to you, it's business that are sustainable. This loan can not to bring you out of adversity, basically, but to make sure that you don't go into adversity, to make sure that the loans that you receive help you to improve on what you have. And then when you improve on what you have, you can help the people who are lower. You can employ more people to work with you. You can mentor more people to also start their own business, and everybody can go thereby. All right, so that's that. You need two guarantors for that loan. Now I'm going to stop sharing this particular screen, and I'm going to share BPS loans. But in the middle of that, I want to see, just wanted to go, I want to do it differently today. If you have a question, thank you. Like I said, we're going to update that screen. It's 9% per annum. Thank you so much, Abayomi, for bringing that out to us. Now, if you have a question before I start sharing the second screen, please, you can drop it on the chat. You can drop it on the chat. Okay, so yes, the LRS link is there. You can do your instant registration. Now I'm going to share the screen for BPS. I want to just take you through what we do at BPS and how it affects what the Lagos Employment Trust Fund does. You give me a thumbs if you can see my screen. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You can see my screen. I appreciate that. So BPS, Business and Project Support, that is BPS. And that is your GPS to our loan, because GPS means you're going somewhere now and you don't know where you're going. And the first thing you do first is to go to your map. And that your map takes you immediately to, oh, I'm going from Oregon to Ikorodu. And then you put it on the map. That map takes you to Ikorodu. You think, turn left, turn right, right? All of that you're able to do through a GPS system. So when you come into LSETF, you need to understand how our intervention works. Business and project support, that's BPS, is your GPS that takes you there, right? It sounds like a rhyming word. Okay. All right. So what do we do at Business World? Essentially, we prepare you for funding. Every intervention, like I said, Lagos Employment Trust Fund is developed or was created by Lagos House of Assembly to provide financial support for Lagos residents for the purpose of job and wealth creation. So anytime you're coming to LSETF, you're coming for funding. And like I said, our loans are our flagship program, and it's just at 9% per annum for all the criteria. So when you come in, you need help, you need hand holding. We at BPS, our role is to hand hold you through all of the journey. Now, what are the things that you need to be hand held? We have, like now, I'm having a virtual engagement with you. I'm telling you how LSTF works. I'm saying you need this, you need that particular document for you to get the loan. I'm doing that. That's what we do at PPF. We also hold capacity building sessions all around Lagos. We have one going on in Agege at the moment in partnership with the Agege local government. Shout out to the Agege local government chairman and all of the people there. And we're doing that for almost about 200 business, nano and micro business owners who are going to be going through a 4-week training, and then the 4 weeks capacity session, they're going to be able to receive loans, right? We also help business to formalize. So if you're a business owner who have been operating your business for a long time and you don't have a CAC registration, please, all you need to do, Tayo, you can drop that other link where we get the information of what people want from our intervention. You can drop that on the chat as well. So do you want to register your business? Through BPS can help you to register your business. And then you finish registering, we can also guide you to our partners who can open a corporate account for you. I know that, yes, you can now start operating that account, and in 1 year's time, you will be qualified to take an SME loan, right? We do taxation, risk. So you already have your business. You have your business. There are basic criteria that you need, or basic structure that your business needs to continue to thrive and grow. So through our advisory session, our masterclass sessions, you are able to get all of those structure. What are the structures on taxation, structures on legal, on HR, marketing, branding? All of these come in when we have our advisory sessions, our master classes, and you are able to be better for it, essentially. Now, so what are the challenges that people have? Why we exist because of the challenges that you have. A lot of people don't have the right documentation. You say, like I said, what are the things that you need for our loans? 3 basic documentation. Number 1, LASWA. LASWA is the residency agency in Lagos. So you need an ID that shows that you are resident in Lagos. That's why you need LASWA. You need LRS because the loans and the interventions that you are assessing are coming from taxpayers' money. So you need to pay your tax. It is a responsible citizen will pay their tax. So this intervention is coming from the Lagos state government, from taxpayers' money. So we need you to have your LRS tax ID and you are paying your tax. And then you also need illegal echo. Newly, we have an executive order that says that every Lagosian is supposed to have health insurance, and it is quite affordable. So one of our new criteria to assess our intervention is for you to have the Ilera Eco card. So, you need LASFA, that's residency information. You need LRS, your tax ID, and then you need LASHMA, which is Ilera Eco. And amazingly, tomorrow, our session tomorrow for masterclass is Ilera Eco. LASHMA is going to be coming to talk to us tomorrow about how we can easily access our LASHMA, and it can be a benefit. The health insurance is an amazing opportunity for every Lagosian to have affordable health care. And Mr. Governor and the EXCO in Lagos are trying to do everything in their power to make sure that every Lagos resident is registered on this. How it works is just like a normal health insurance. If you have a policy, it means that you've identified the registered partners to Lagos State, I mean hospitals, and you can go there and have low cost healthcare service. Is beneficial to everyone. So, documentation, financial records. Now, some people say, I don't want to take a loan. I don't take a loan. Do you know that if you have never taken a loan before and you're coming to LSETF to say, I want a 5 million naira loan, I can assure you, you won't get it. And I'll tell you why. Why is simply because how do we trust you with 5 million naira when you have not maybe taken a loan of 500,000 and paid back? It's called building your credit history. It's something that every business owner needs to think of. You cannot say, "Oh, I am a business owner. I don't want to take a loan." There are three things that the business owner needs, right? Is either is debt, you're taking a loan. Is that maybe if you have a registered business and you are doing equity, okay, I want to sell part of my shares, somebody can invest in, or you go directly to investment for people who will now request a return on investment. That's the session for another day. But I'm saying today, business owners, a lot of people will be based on culture and say, yeah, I can't take a loan. No, I'll take a loan now. They'll be running after me. They'll be following me score. I understand that. But if you have a good financial standing and you have gone through our sessions at BPS, you will be able, at business support, you will be able to understand how to keep your financial records, how to separate you see some people's account statement, they are putting Ashwebi is there. How does Ashwebi enter your business account? No, money to my grandmother. They want to do burial somewhere, and I'm picking money. No, these are gifts. These are personal spend. It shouldn't be seen in your business account. You should be able to separate that. All these things are the things that you will learn in our readiness session. Some of them you will learn it today. So when we look at your records are not looking good. It doesn't make you ready for the loans. Some people don't have loan readiness. Those are just loan readiness. Maybe they are servicing a loan, and because they're servicing a loan, what you have as your income cannot cater for another loan. You may not be delinquent. It's not as if maybe you are delinquent. It's not as if maybe you are owing. No, it might just be basically that you have you're servicing a loan and loan is doing well. But when you look at your financial statement, it shows that maybe you're servicing a 100,000 naira loan, for example, or 20,000 naira, and you're asking for another 100,000 naira from us. We look at it and say, if we give you this 100,000 naira loan, you'll not be able to cope. It's not easy for you to cope with paying that loan you're servicing and also servicing the one that Lagos State government will give to you. So that might mean you are not loan ready. So these are some of the things that challenges that we identify. So what do we do at BPS? That's business and project support, which is your GPS to LSETF loans, is that we help you to bridge the gap. The potential that you have, and then the funding, making sure that you assess the funding. Make sure if you have a challenge with your documentation, like last week we were in Lake Waja, for example, and went to meet people who are majorly semi-literate to literate, right? And we're able to even get the Lashma. Lashma was there with us. LRS was there with us. Last one was there with us. And all of these people got all the documents that they need to access our loans. And right now, many of them have applied for our loans. But the challenge we always find out is that we always tell them, if you are delinquent, if you are owing one place, don't apply. Many people say, I'm not owing. In the long run, when you check on their credit, you find out that they're actually owing. And that immediately nullifies the person's chance of applying for a loan. Don't forget that this loan is 9% per annum. There's nowhere, I think, in Nigeria here that you can see that amount. If you go to other loans opportunities that you get, they are way higher than that. And this is also for a year. You're paying back for a year. Like I said, it's an intervention. It's meant to help you grow and build your business, build your financial structure in your business, and you're able to employ more people. That is our goal. We want more people to be gainfully employed. So bridge the gap for you. So, excuse me. What do we do? What do we do in helping you get to your location? So you are going from Oregon to Ikorodu. What do we do? You have to go first to 7 Up. 7 Up, you enter, you join the Lagos Ikorodu Express Road, right? I mean, yeah. You want to identify what's your current status. Where are you now? Where are you now? How do you know where you are? Do you know that even to check what was it called now? Your credit standing, your credit assessment. You can check it yourself now. It's actually online, although you pay, but I'm saying that you can know what your credit status is, what is your credit rating, what is your credit history. You can actually know it online. Credit Bureau does that for people at a cost now. So where are you? Where is your business? What are you earning now? What is your profit margin? We can help you identify that and say, okay, this is where you are. Okay, fine, you can apply for this amount of loans, or you can hold on, keep building your capacity before, like somebody who doesn't have a CAC, for example, and wants to take an SME loan. You have been running for 7 years, 8 years, and you don't have a CAC document. You should have one. And so we can say, okay, fine. Rather than maybe you apply for an ME loan now, and then we help you to get your CFE, and you have a corporate account, and you are able to also guide you to say, don't put personal money in that corporate account. Let it be business money. During the POS, so that your customer pay directly into your account, you are able to monitor. If you are making a purchase for your business, you are making the purchase directly from your account, not you use the money to pay your child's school fees or use the money to buy food stuff in the house. No, you are strictly having a financial workbook where everything that goes into that account, that corporate account, is business related, right? We're able to provide clear steps. What are the clear steps to our loan? I can tell you the clear steps. Number one, identify your current situation. Number two, what documents do I not have? I don't have LASFA. Okay. Every local government in Lagos, you can walk in and get your LASFA ID. Now, there is an online registration for LASFA. You have to register online for it's easier for you if you are able to quickly register online first before you go to LASFA office. And tell you can check that there's a link for that for just say LASFA registration, LASFA online registration. You can register online, they'll give you a slip and take that slip to any local government. And it's totally free. Totally free. You're not paying anything for it. So you pick that up and take that to your LASFA, any office in any local government, and they can help you can get your LASFA in less than 30 minutes. So you have your LASFA. For your tax ID, as I said, so you need LASFA, number one. Then you need your tax ID. Now, Talia has already dropped the link for you to register for your tax ID. Have a tax ID, pay your tax. Like I said, this money is coming from taxpayers' money. It's a subsidy, it's like an intervention. So if others don't pay their tax, you won't have access to this intervention. So you also need to continue the circle. It's like the water circle. Water starts from down, it goes up, and then it ends up down. So let the chain not break when it comes to you. So you also need to try and pay your tax. So you need to tax ID. The third thing is illegal eco, that's Lashma. That also BPS can help you out. I think Tayo, you can check it, the link. I know that the link for Lashma is not always out like that, but we have our physical engagement session. But even right now, at the end of this session, we're going to drop our emails and the rest. You can reach out to us directly and can help you get your illegal go. Those three documents are important. Now, second, what do you need again? You need your account statement. Account statement. You need your account statement. What is my account like in the past 6 months? Because for ME loans, we need account statement. So I need to go and look at my commercial bank account. I know that they take other fintech as well. Just that in ATM for auto debit, we will not take fintech. We take a commercial bank account. Now, correction. We also able to correct it. Maybe, for example, we find out that you have a gap. You have a gap, like I said, you don't have your Lashma. That's a gap. we help you out. You don't have the last one, we help you out. Like I'm already doing now. Um, do you have issues with your credit history? Okay, you are owing a particular organization. Maybe you don't even know. Some people don't know they are owing. Okay, fine. Let's help you. This is your credit history. This is how you can pay. We guide you through a behavioral change and you pay up, and then we help you take it to some sessions, financial literacy session, how you are able to avoid not avoid delinquency for your loans, and then we can also okay, now you are ready to come for a loan, right? We navigate. You know, when you're doing GPS, you navigate, you turn right, stop light, turn right, right. So we guide you during the application process. And we do this in partnership with our licensing offices and our loan departments as well. And then we support you because we don't want you to go and collect the money and go and do chieftaincy title in your village or marry another wife or go and do party. We want to make sure that you have the money is being used for the right purpose. Please don't forget our polls. There is a poll that Tayo has dropped on the chat. Please fill that poll. That poll helps us to know what kind of intervention you are looking for and what support we can provide for you. If you are watching on YouTube, YouTube, LinkedIn, and other places, please, the poll is dropped in those sections as well, and you can fill the poll. So who do we support? Everyone in Lagos. Nano businesses, MSME, startups, entrepreneurs. Like I said, we are the GPS to loans and every other intervention. So like I said today now, in attending my session, you have known that we also have employability, where we train people, upskill people so that they can now be matched in jobs. You have heard about our hub, where you can go and apply to use our hub. Yeah, sometimes you have to go and use the hub and pay, but at a very subsidized rate. You have learned about our Lagos cares. You have learned about our tech ecosystem. So we have everybody, startups, and then entrepreneurs seeking funding from LSETF. So what do we do? We're able to find out what does your business need. When you come for our session, that's why you take the poll, Because when you take the poll, we're able to identify what you really need from the questions that are these questions, and kudos to our M&E team as well. Lovely people. Those questions that they have in that poll help are actually asked strategically to help us to know which of the intervention you really need. So if you are on YouTube or you're on Facebook, you're not on Zoom, you are watching live, make sure you fill the poll. The poll is the game changer because we're able to guide you to let you know what your business needs per time. Loan readiness training. So, excuse me, like I said last week, I have a loan readiness program. We're having one right now going on like again. For business owners. So maybe even you're in Agriculture, you can always come in. But it's 3 weeks. There ought to be 3 sessions. So we have done 2. But saying that we're doing that, financial guidance, helping you to keep your book right, right? Keep your book right. You need to have a financial statement. You need to have a a workbook that shows your spending, that shows your expenditure, that shows your margin, and then that shows your profits. You know, a lot of Nigerians always think that when they buy a product at 20 naira and then they sell at 5 naira, that's 25 naira. How they have made a profit of 25 naira. The other things, that might be your margin. From where I was trained, that 5 naira is like your margin. You have to be thinking of how much can I pick like 3 naira from this 5 naira and put in another investment that help me to make more profit. So sometimes you have to think about when I make my profit or I make the margin, what part of this margin goes into operations? What part of this goes into running costs? What part of this goes into market expansion? You know, you might think that you're a small business now, but if you really want to grow to a big business, you have to have all of these structures in place. We help you with documentation support. Do you want CAC? Do you want to register with SMEDAN? Export readiness? Do you want to get certification for your export business? We can also assist you with that. Application assistance, post-loan advisory. After your loan, do you need advisory and support in, oh, I've allocated my loan this way. I need some advice in managing the funds that are coming from the loans or even managing the receipt of the loan. I'm thinking I should do it this way. Our advisory section will guide you essentially. And like I said, access to infrastructure, I already spoke about that through our hubs. Okay, loan approval. If you come to BPSU and you go to our channel, you have a 0.000% chance of your loan getting declined as LSETF because you will have the full picture of all that you need. I'll give an example. Last year, I was doing some support for the loan unit and I went to an association, and the only challenge that they have was just that they were not putting in the right format um, for their account statements. There is a right format, just simple PDF. Some were using HTML, different, and because of that, we could not read, the loan units could not read their account statement. And because of that, their loans were not disbursed. So as low as just account statement. So we make sure that you are ready. Make sure that you have everything you need and you have chance of any errors, right? Growth will help you grow because when you come for our session, we expect that some of the things that you learn at the session, you are able to impact that into your business and you are able to grow because knowledge is meant to grow up. Knowledge is meant to change our paradigm. It's a paradigm shift conversation. And when your paradigm is shifted, you are able to say, okay, I can do this differently because it is madness to keep doing something the same way and expect a different result. Okay. All right. Now, like I said, LSETF loans, everything you need about loans, the writing. But I want you to understand, right, that applicants with existing delinquent loans will not qualify. I keep saying that. Now, we hope that one of these days we can bring credit bureau to our sessions. We're working on that. But while we are working on that, your credit worthiness is very key. We're going to check your credit standing. That is key because it is taxpayers' money. It's given to us in trust. So giving to you as well is in trust that you will be able to return it back so that more people can enjoy the intervention. That is very key for us. Like I said, your last four ID, your tax identification number, you will be a taxpayer, a valid issued ID card, your LASHMA policy number, active ATM card from any commercial bank. These are key. You need a guarantor as well. And then if you're taking an ME loan or SME loan, we will come to check. We'll do KYC. Why are you doing KYC? I want to see how your business is going. Where is your shop? Where is it located? Let's come and even assess to see if your shop has the potential to be able to service the loan. And if you have a challenge, we'll let you know, this is your shop. What you have in the shop might not be able to cater for what you're asking for. We are here at BPS to always give you that guidance and support. All right. So now we have given you a link. One of the easiest way, one of the easiest way to access us is to register all the things I will ask you to do today. The poll, register for the poll. When we send you the survey, register for the survey. Whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook or joining live on Zoom, make sure that everything we ask you, whether the QR code, register for those with those information because that is how we can support you. We can always reach out to you, give you a call and say, oh, this is missing. Do you have this? Do you have that? And then we can handhold you essentially. Our role at BPS is to handhold you until you enjoy an LSETF intervention. And don't forget that the intervention is not enough part-time for everyone. So if you're not qualified or some things are already not complete, it's just remove you totally from the equation. And then those who are qualified essentially will be the one who enjoy the intervention. Attend our sessions. No, don't ignore our e-card. When you see the e-cards, you're not like our ambassador. When you see the e-cards, you should also be able to go out there, share it among your friends, share it among people, let people see it so more people can come in for the sessions. If more people come in for the sessions, it's easier to have a community of people who are ready to assess the intervention. And then also engage us. Engage us. Now, I'm saying drop your questions on the chat box. Speak to us via emails. And then also complete your readiness process. Everything you need. Get them ready. Get them ready. Now, so this is us. This is us. My name is Aibami Okonla, and then Tayo is an amazing person also providing support for me essentially. All right. So, what are your call to action? Number one, be loan ready today. Everything you need for the loans. I've shown them to you. And I will allow time for questions as well. Secondly, assess LSETF loans with ease, no stress. We really expect that when you come in for these sessions, we want you to assess the loan because the intervention is for you. And finally, let us guide you on this journey. Those are info@lsetf.ng. That's our physical address. That's also our call center lines. And that is our website. I want to advise everyone who have been listening to me to say that the opportunity that Lagos State government has given to us as business owners is so that we can grow. And with the business and project support unit, we can help you grow. We can help you get ready for the loans at LSETF. We can help you get ready for other intervention like CAC registration, export readiness, including access to market as well. We can also help you get ready for other intervention like our employability, uh, like our tech ecosystem. We have access to all of that. So we are your plug. We are your directional map to assessing all of LSETF intervention. Thank you very much for listening. I'll be here to take questions from everyone. Thank you. So, Tayo, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abami, for such an insightful session. I'm very sure our participants today have been able to follow up. I've been able to understand all of the programs that we have on offer at LSETF. I know that there's some people that have dropped their questions in the chat box. So the reason why we've requested that you please drop your question in the Q&A box is so that we don't lose it in the course of other people responding in the chat box. So I have a question here from Ifewa Brendan, and Ifewa is asking, is tax ID different from payer ID?
Payee ID. Just give me payee ID because I know that when if you're working for a business in Lagos, if you are any salary that we as LSTF, so we have our payee ID. So if you are a 9 to 5 who is working for a registered business in Lagos, obviously they are going to have a payee ID for your tax. That is your income tax. And you will have obviously a tax ID. So confirm if you have that from where you're working before, then you can essentially no need to get a tax ID again. But if you don't have that, then you can register afresh to get a fresh tax ID. But if it's payee ID, yes, if it's payee ID, if it's the Lagos State payee ID, yes, it is. It also suffices as your tax identification number. I hope that answers your question. Tayo, any other
Ifewa,
question?
I hope that answers your question. I know someone, Bolale is asking how she can apply for the loan.
Okay, so Tayo, do you want to drop the link on the chat so people can directly apply for the
Yes,
loans?
I
So
will be
Tayo will
dropping the
drop,
link in the chat box.
yeah, the link for accessing our loans are here. Tayo will drop that now, and very easy. I've said it while I was speaking that they are basic requirements. Depending on the kind of loan you want to apply for, there is the MES, that's micro enterprise startup, and that is 50,000 to 250,000 naira. What do you need? LASRA, tax ID, LASHMA, which is the legal code. You will need your bank statement, you will need a guarantor, and you need to come with your ID card, right? A valid ID card and an ATM of a commercial bank. If you are doing 50 to 500,000, the same thing. Now, if you are doing 501,000 to 5 million, that is where you need your CAC registration, and then your business needs to have a corporate account. You need to have been operating for at least 1 year. Your company needs to have you need to have your tax, your company to have the company tax as well. And then every other thing that I've listed before, LASRA, Lashma, tax ID, your guarantor, and then ATM as well, and your bank statement will be checked. You will also need to do a KYC essentially. That should have answered Bola this question.
Okay, then I have another question here from ADBC and Oderinde. She's asking how she can check her credit status.
Okay, so several ways to check your credit status. So there is credit bureau. There are three. Tayo, please let me to check. There are three credit assessment agencies. There is First Central, there's Credit Bureau. They have their website. Once you visit the website, you see where they ask you check my credit history, or simply if you even go to your bank. If you go to your bank, the bank simply helps you out. They help you check your credit bureau information. Yeah, they help you check your credit bureau information. LSETF too, we can help you to check. Maybe in one of our sessions, we're trying to get credit bureau. They are partners to see one of our physical engagement sessions. We want to see if we can get them to help people to check essentially. But you can always check to your banks. You can check by going to the website of these credit bureaus to and see if we can drop the link to this website on the chat box. Thank you, Tayo. More questions?
Okay, yes, someone is asking if they can partner with LSETF in providing solar financing for their clients.
I don't know. I want to question you. Okay, let me try and see how they can you take the question next time? I want to be clear enough so we can learn from it.
How can we So the person is asking, how can we partner with LSETF to provide solar financing for our clients?
Mm. Okay,
So
so
Titilope,
go ahead.
if you can, okay. So
Go ahead.
if I don't know, do you if is the question clear, or does she
Yes,
need
go
to
ahead, Tayo.
make
Go ahead.
clear?
Yeah, go ahead. What you say? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, that's what just I wanted to ask if the question was
Please
clear
get
or if she needed to.
be more clear. Yeah, I think that from understanding the question, you have solar financing. You have solar that you want that you are maybe that you're selling, and then there are customers who wants to purchase the solar from you. You are asking if you can provide financing for them to acquire the solar. If that is what you've asked, yes, we can. It's very simple. They will just let us know what the cost of your solar product is, and then they can apply for the loans. Hopefully, we are able to have like and obviously, you can also drop our email address for our so that you can also just say, give us an elaborate nature of how many people are you talking about? Do we need to go into an MOU, a partnership where to say, okay, this particular loan is for this solar, well, what is the cost of the solar? So as long as it's fall within the range of our loan product, we are able to find that nexus essentially. So Taya, please do well to send the link for the loans and then drop my email and yours on the chat box so that the lady can send us a detailed email and we can act upon it. Taya, is that okay?
Yes, this is well noted. I have another question asking that you speak more on the employability program.
Okay. Oh, the employability program is, like I said, is a access to skill development program. So most times we have skills that are in demand. So what our employability unit does is that there's a call for application for young people, maybe fresh graduates or people who have never gone to school but can take that skill. So you come in, you apply, you are taken through the process of the skill acquisition. It could be in fashion, it could be in creative, it could be in last one was in green economy. There was one on catering, different kind of skill. And after the program, they sometimes you have like a 3 month internship which we paid for. And after the internship, the idea will be that if you have done very well at the internship, the business owner may be willing to accommodate you as a new staff for the venture. So that's how it works. It's a very simple, straightforward um, intervention. Okay, Tayo?
Okay, just before we continue, I've dropped Mr. Yabami's email address in the chat box. So Titi Lokwe, if you'd like to reach out via the email address sent to to the chat box. Um so I already put out, so for Bolande that's asking to send the link, I already put out the link. That is loans.lstf.ng. So it's right there in the chat box. You can click on the link and you'd be able to apply for the loans. You can also go to
Mm,
any local government close to you. We are in all local
exactly.
governments in Lagos State. Please, you can go to any local government close to you, and our officers are on ground right there to assist you with your loan application. So I have a question here from Samuel, and he's saying that he has a tax ID, but he has forgotten it. How can he retrieve his tax ID?
Okay, so if you go to LRS website, there is a chat box there, a customer care chat box there. You see it there. You are able to chat them up, and they can within a short period of time they will retrieve your tax ID for you. But if you registered via an email address, I believe that if you register via the email address, they always send the tax ID to the email that you use in registering for your tax ID. So if you can just go to the history of your email, you find that tax ID there. You find it there. But alternatively, you go to the LRS website, and Tayo has dropped the website at one point. You go in there and you can ask you can chat with their agent there, and they will get it out for you quickly.
Okay, so I have another question here, asking what Ilere-Eco is and how it is important in loan assessment.
Thank you. LSETF is the Lagos State Health Management Agency program that stipulates that every Lagosian or every Lagos resident should have an affordable health care, right? So we call it Ilera Eco, essentially like a brand name, but it's more like a health insurance, like a policy that the government has made available for Lagos residents. So it is a mandatory document for assessing the loans, right? And just to make you understand that the health insurance policy at affordable rate of like 15,000 naira there about, I guess, yeah, about 15,000 naira. And what that health policy does for you when you have a policy is that if you look at, there's a list of registered hospitals for Ilera Eco. If you have a policy, it means that you can walk into any of these registered or partner hospitals and have affordable health care. Maybe you'll have paid maybe 80,000 naira for example, you might paying something way lesser than that. There are some that may not even need to pay at all because they already have a policy. So I'm saying that the essence of this is so that everyone can have access to affordable healthcare. So Ilera Eco, like I said, and tomorrow as well, amazingly, Ilera Eco is coming tomorrow for tomorrow's session. Don't miss it for anything. Make sure you're here. Ilera Eco's, one of our partners, will be having the session with us tomorrow. It is important. It's one of our mandatory documentation to assess any legal state intervention, not just LSTF loans, right? Not LTF, but every legal system intervention, you have to have LASHMA, that's the Eco. It's a new policy. And that's what that does is that it helps more people in Lagos. You're a business owner. If you have affordable health care as well, it saves you money for your business. So you are getting a loan from LSETF, for example, and you already have Ilera Eco, you have LASHMA. It means that you're not spending so much of your money on healthcare anymore, and that also gives you enough room to package enough profit for your business. So it's a mandatory document, and since it's mandatory, it helps you as well, and it also helps the government. to expand this intervention to more people. Thank you. Tayo.
Okay, I have a question here from Olubukola, and the question is, how can one get to attend your session in order to get the necessary assistance?
Okay, you are attending one already. That is a good start. Our physical engagements, we're going to try and make our physical engagement open. If you let us know what kind of assistance, if it's your loans, right? Apart from we also have our licensing offices in all the 20 local government areas of Lagos. We have our licensing offices in those places, and you can walk into any of those licensing offices, and they will assist you. That's one. For our sessions, yes, online, yeah, check our website. Always check our website, lsetf.ng, Instagram at LSETF, Facebook at LSETF, LinkedIn at LSETF. Always check all of these blogs. You will have access to all the information you need for any of our intervention. For the physical sessions, yes, when we are going for a physical session, you'll find them on our social media pages as well. And if since you're already you're in our mailing list, we'll mail them to you and you know. But more importantly, rather than waiting for all of those, you can just walk into any of our licensing offices and the right guidance will be provided for you as well. And we are in all the 20 local governments. I hope that was helpful, Olubukola.
I hope that answered your question. I have a question here. The person is asking if OPay account is recognized as a source of account to use for loan application.
Yes, I know for instance that yes, you can use the your state account. I think I can get your account statement from that OPay account. Yes, but when it comes to ATMs that we would like to put on the loan application, we will not take OPay ATM and not accept it. But if you want us to assess your credit rating through an account statement, yes, you can give us an account statement from OPay as long as you are able to download your account statement from there. Yes, you can. But when it comes to the ATM that we require from you is a commercial bank ATM. But OPay account, yes, we can rate you via OPay account. If the account you are using for your transaction is an OPay account, yes, we can accept your status of account. We can accept your information from there. When it comes to disbursing the loans, the ATM you are going to need to attach to that loan has to be a commercial bank ATM. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, um I have a question here from Ifewa, and she's asking how she can apply to partner with LSETF to train youths for free fashion design and skill acquisition program.
Awesome. Awesome. That's an amazing proposition. Just the same email that Tayo has dropped on the chat box. Please send an email. Let us have a full picture of what the proposition is, and then we'll now reach out to you and take it from there. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question here from Victoria. She's asking if this is a second loan for a customer, are guarantors called again to confirm applicants?
Yes, yes. For every it's the same, I think it's the same process. You will still have to because so yes, you have took up a loan before and you have paid off, you are coming back. Is we have to what might just happen is that you have now have a credit issue with us. But we have to ask you for another guarantor. What if the guarantor that you used before said he's no longer interested? You have to go through the process, right? But we don't want to take anything for chance. So it's going to be seamless for you because you are a
If
returning person.
so, if I will
But
that answer your question.
yeah, but you're going to need to bring the guarantor. If you want to bring the same guarantor, it's fine. but we'll still have to go through the process. All right, Tayo.
Okay.
Tayo, you're breaking up. Tayo, you're breaking up. Tayo's network. Your network is not good, Tayo. All right. While we're waiting for Tayo,
I have a question here from Zaidi and Payer's ID, but she has never registered before, but it keeps saying.
I didn't get that. Tayo? Okay. So I have to take this myself now. So Tayo's saying something about someone has said guarantors are needed. Yeah, anytime you want a loan. He said, I'm currently servicing an existing loan and would like to come. 1 minute, please. I'm currently servicing an existing loan. I would like to know if I'm still eligible to apply for other loan at this time. Kindly advise. Kindly advise. I'm trying to get the full picture of the message. Sorry, are you back? All right. So
Yes, I
kindly
am.
advise
Yes, I am.
on the requirement of, so if the loan you're servicing, Latif, the loan you're servicing, is it from LSETF? If it's from LSETF, you cannot apply for that one until you are done with the one you're servicing. But if it is a loan from another institution, what we'll look at is that you're servicing a loan. If we give you another loan from LSETF, because we're going to look at your account statement. Your account statement will show us that you are paying off the loan. The account statement will also show us your financial standing. Will show us your income. It will show us how your spending habit as well. In terms of when money comes into your account, where you're spending on your business, you're buying, you are procuring this, you are procuring that, you are paying staff. So when you look at all of that, we're not seeing, and then from your profit that you are making, you are not paying, maybe you are paying 30,000 naira every month on that loan you're servicing. If we give you, let's say, a 250,000 naira loan, for example, you're going to pay around that amount on a monthly basis as well. If we look at this, if we look at the scenario and say, if we give you this loan, you will not be able to pay both loans concurrently and comfortably, and it will not affect your business. You will not be able to access the loan because we will be doing you a disservice by giving you a loan that puts you under pressure and then kill your business. So if you are servicing a loan, my advice would be, if it is not in a long time, you can just try and finish paying off that loan and apply for LSETF loan. If you want to run the two concurrently, you have to sit down, BPS now, and say, let me look at my account statement. Do you think that I'll be able to still service another loan with the existing loan that I'm servicing? Because we're going to be looking at your margin and saying you have a 20,000 naira loan, you're paying somewhere. If we give you a loan and you're paying another 20 or 30,000 naira, will it affect your business operation? Because there is a percentage that you must have left. You cannot give you're not, and this, I'm correct me if I'm wrong, you shouldn't be taking more than 30 to 40% of your margin for loans. So if that existing loan is already taking like 30% of your income, I doubt if it will scale to at LSETF. So if it is not LSETF loans, I advise that you just finish paying up that one, and then you can now apply for an LSETF loan. I hope that was helpful. Do we have any questions from YouTube? Are there people from YouTube who have asking questions? Taya, do you want to check out if there are people on YouTube who have asked questions?
Okay, I'll be checking out other social media platforms, but I know that we still have questions on here.
Okay, all right.
Um, Victoria is asking how do I tackle delinquent loans and CRC reports not allowing me apply for loans? How do I change my guarantors on the online form?
Okay, so how do you tackle delinquent loans? It's very simple. Go and pay them off. As long as it's showing that you are owing, identify who these loan companies are and pay them off. Now, one of the things that, like I said, we can do your bank as well. Your bank can help you with this credit bureau. They can help you to check your credit assessment, and you can see who you are owing. And if you really want to go this extra mile, you're a business owner. I think there were 5,000 naira or so from credit bureau to check your standing, what you are owing, who you are owing, and all of those things. They give you the detail. They will show you all the detail of who you are owing. You can contact those people and you can just pay them off. The only way is to pay them off. Pay off the loan. Once you pay off the loan, then you are good to go. Then guarantor, you want to change your guarantor. So the way guarantor work, I know that the guarantor is going to fill a form as well. I don't think you have to do that online. I think that is done at the last in office. I'm correct, right? That's what we're doing. Tayo, is that correct? The guarantor.
Yes, I
Can you
think
hear
there's
me?
a form that you are given. Yes, I can hear you. There's a form
Okay.
you're given to fill for your guarantor as soon as you're given your offer letter.
Exactly. So once you get your offer letter, you have a form. So I don't think you impute your guarantor's information online. No. It's when you get your offer letter, then you get a guarantor's form. And guarantor fills the form, and that's it. That should be helpful, right? Tayo, any more questions? We have really,
I have
yeah.
one more question from Bolanle here, and she's
Mm.
asking if she applies for the loan through association that is registered under LASCOTA, we should still have a need for a guarantee.
Yes, you will. So what Lascota does for you is to recommend you, right? But the process is created in a way that you need a guarantor, right? It's good to have letter of recommendation from Lascota. It's very good. It's nice. But the system has been created in a way that you need a guarantor. Except if Lascota, maybe your president or something, is willing to stand for you as a guarantor. I think that might suffice. I hope that's helpful. Tayo?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm trying to get questions from our
From our social media
LinkedIn
page, right?
audience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have-
I know we don't have questions on YouTube.
Okay. Facebook, are you
So
there?
Adegoke is asking from LinkedIn that what is the equity component all about?
Oh, nice. Thank you. I've been looking forward for someone to answer that question. Thank you, Adekoke. So the equity component is very simple. I think it's 5%. So when you get a loan, when you get a 100,000 naira loan, you are supposed to pay equity. That equity, that's 5,000 naira. You will receive that equity after you finish paying your loan. It is like your savings, essentially. It is also another means of commitment from you as a beneficiary. So the equity this is my own contribution to this whole process, just like the word equity, it means basically. So if you get a loan, paying 5% of that equity is kept inside your account as a savings. It is your money, but you pay it ahead before you get disbursed. Now, like I said, it is your own commitment to the transaction, and it also serves as your savings for the loan. When you're done and you have been cleared, get a letter of indebtedness, you are credited with your with your equity. It's just another way of helping you to save some portion of that loan. Thank you. Tayo? Tayo, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm trying to get the comments from Facebook. I know we have a question on
Okay.
Facebook.
All right. Awesome.
So the question on Facebook is from Oluwamuyiwa and is asking, he's saying that he met all the requirements and he was told his loan was in progress, but he wasn't disbursed the loan required. So I don't know, Oluwamuyiwa, if you can please clarify what you mean, because
Mm,
I think we can't really get your question in full. You can please clarify what you mean by your question.
mhm,
Oluwamuyiwa that is joining us on Facebook, if you can please
mhm,
clarify your question so that
mhm,
we can give you a proper answer. Thank you.
mhm. Thank you,
So I'm
Ramiwa.
just waiting
So
for Oluwamuyiwa to
to
clarify.
clarify his question. Yeah. Okay. I want to ask a question. I hope somebody answers, and I hope getting the answers might get something nice for me. So, what are the basic requirements that are required for? You can just list them on the page that are required for an SME loan. Anyone wants to help out before Tayo comes back? The basic requirement for an SME loan at LSETF. Is someone typing? The basic requirements for an SME loan. The basic requirement for an SME loan. Okay, somebody has written NIN, somebody has written LASRA. Uh-huh. The basic requirements for an SME loan. LASRA, tax ID, Ilera Eco. Uh-huh. For SME loan, that is from 500 to 5 million. You need LASRA, yes. I'm made to Momo. That's close. Nice. Zainab. Tax ID, LASRA, NI, voters card, 6 month back statement, two guarantors, Ilera Eco, CAC. Yeah, I think I got my. Tell me to locate that person. I will like to give person a gift. Zainab Shola Udain. She listed it all out.
Okay, Zainab Salaudin, congratulations. So we'll be reaching out to you.
Yeah,
If you can please drop your contact,
email address
um,
and your phone number.
your email address and phone number in the chat box so that we can pick it up from there.
And thank you to everyone who tried as well. Alaba, Modeni, Lastra, Tax ID, Ilera Eco, CAC. That's close. Well done. Thank you. But I actually got my winner already. Thank you so much. All right, so we're still open. Our social media pages are open. Just say, I want to reach out to BPS, send an email to info, and say, this is my challenge. I'm applying for loan. You can do this loan by yourself. But I know that for everyone who lives in Lagos, we are close to one local government or the other. So if you start and then you get stuck somewhere, locate our lasting office. Our lasting office are in the 20 local governments in Lagos. And they will be there. Our amazing lasting officers are going to be there to attend to you. But you can also reach out to us at BPS and we can always hold you essentially. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, answer my question. Okay, kindly answer my question. Okay, so you can do a forget password. I'm having used my password. I've never registered before. What is it saying? Zainab, tell us what it's saying. Do you have a screenshot of what it's saying to you? Because you can start and register afresh. It will tell you to put in your email and your password. But if it says that you have already registered, it means that maybe somebody registered for you via where you are working, or you have gone for a government program where they registered people in mass before. All we can do is that we can go to the email you have to check, or we can chat them up on that chat box on the website. And if it's not going through, it might be a network issue. You can try it again. But if it's saying that you have a tax ID already, then you can go to that chat box. That's where we can what is the TAT for an application? Okay, 3 weeks to a month. We're working around to see how it can be shorter, but 3 weeks to 1 month. 3 weeks to 1 month. Yes, you can apply yourself. Loan.lsetf.ng. I think Tayo dropped it earlier. Tayo. Loan.lsetf.ng. That's the link. You can apply yourself. You don't need anybody. But just in case you have any challenge, you can send us an email just for us to help you. Tayo, are we good? No,
Yes,
sir.
yes, we
No,
are
sir.
good. Yes, loans.lsetf, not loan, loans.lsetf.ng.
Oh, thank you. Loans.lsetf.ng. Thank you, Tayo. Thank you. Loans. Don't forget the S. All right, Tayo, I'll leave the rest to you. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening in, and I appreciate your time. My name is Ibami Okola, and I'm the head of business and project support. Thank you so much for making this very, very interactive. I'm glad that we could do this together. Tayo, over to you. Bye.
All right, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on today's session. I'm very sure we all learned a whole lot from today's session. So we look forward to also having you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be having our partners, just like Mr. Abami has stated. We'll be having our partners from Ilere Eko that will be on hand to, take us through everything that has to do with Ilere-Eko, all you need to know when it comes to Ilere-Eko, the things that you need to have, the requirements, and everything. Ilere-Eko. I know a lot of us have been here, Ilere-Eko, Ilere-Eko. What does it entail? What is it about? So please join us tomorrow by 11 a.m. I'll be dropping the link in the chat box. You can click on the link, click on the link to register so that you can get a notification, a reminder from Zoom tomorrow as to the time for the session. So I have dropped the link to join tomorrow's session. So please, so Madam Rachel, you're asking if you can reach how you can reach us. The email has been dropped in the chat box. Please go through the chat box. The email to reach Mr. Ibami has been dropped in the chat box. So please can send an email through the chat box and you'll get a response from us. So the link to join us for tomorrow's session has been dropped in the chat box. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for today's session. We really appreciate you taking our time off your busy schedule to join us for today's session, and we look forward to having you at our session tomorrow. So Bonale, the link is loans.lstf.ng. It's been dropped in the chat box, loans.lstf.ng. So we look forward to having you guys tomorrow at our next session with our partner at LASHMA, which is the Lagos State Health Management Agency, to speak about everything that has to do with Ilere Oko. Thank you so much, everyone, and do enjoy